This is your gaming hour of power.
So that would people just straight away listen to that and go, fuck this, that's an hour. I'm not going to listen to an hour.
It's a negative.
Yeah. It's like, this is your 5 minutes of gaming news. Hold up. When I looked on YouTube, it said like 50. Don't believe
We have a blank 40 minutes at the end.
Just black and with white noise.
Stay around. There's tits at the end.
But you have to watch it all. It only comes after you watch everything. Good. That's better.
There we go. Clean slate.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trusty Crowbar. That's it.
That is it. That is us.
That's us. Farewell. We're gone. No, not really. I'm Reese.
Winning slow.
I forgot my last name.
And I'm Douglas Bright.
And we are sad to say that Lucas has now become...
Wait just 1 second. We are sad to say it literally sounded like you were about to say someone's passed away.
Well, Lucas has become a piece of paper. So if you check out our YouTube video,
you can
you'll see Lucas has been imprinted on a picture. We don't have no idea how to get him out. We just can scratch his beard while he's there.
He's sad to say.
Yep. Poor guy.
He looks sad.
Yep.
We need to do photos the same as Tron with the falling back off the chair and have that up on the wall.
That would actually make pretty good sense.
It would.
Pretty good sense?
Pretty damn good
sense.
But
Lucas is apparently sick, being a little bitch, as he is each and every day of his life, but more so today. So he can't be on it. So I might have been... No, actually, his excuse is better than my excuse. The other week, wasn't it?
You were tired.
I was
a
tired.
Monday.
It's a new job. It happens. Jerk.
Lucas is also tired. Although, admittedly, or the way he worded his message was he didn't want to get us sick. He's like, I've been crook with the flu.
Yeah, that's a cop-out.
So he's claiming that he's helping us out. But I then wrote back to him this morning.
It's cool. You can cough in my mouth. I'll take it.
No, that wasn't what I wrote.
Okay.
And so he wrote that, guys, I'm still fluey and contagious. I don't want to spread it spread it to you. So I'll have to give tonight a miss. And I wrote back, not bad, are you? And he was like, what kind of statement is that? And I said, an accusation. What's that, Reese?
That
Damn
is
Java.
Fucking Java.
Java is the
amount of times that I've updated Java on my computer.
I can't understand how you can't just say always update. Like, I'd be happy with that.
Here's the problem with me.
Okay.
Actually, not with me. Here's the problem with Java. I went in the settings to see how often Java updates itself.
Yep.
It's selected monthly. Every time I turn my fucking computer on, it updates with Java. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't.
So it only checks once monthly.
Well, it's meant to check once monthly, but it always goes, boom, Java. Boom,
I feel
Java,
like it, perhaps it doesn't always install, and you tell it, install, and then it doesn't do its thing. Yeah, it's the worst.
It even goes through the whole process of the whole, the full bar loading up, and then you're like, okay, cool, yeah. It opens up the website. Hey, check if you've got the most recent Java. I just fucking downloaded Java. Why do I need that?
Probably my Java days were more Minecraft related.
Yeah.
And especially when I was playing Feed the Beast, like the mod pack for Minecraft. Because it had so many mods, it was an absolute,
Java whore,
but also memory whore. And by default, I don't think 64-bit Java ever automatically installs. It always just cops out and goes 32-bit, which means it can't use more than 4 gig of RAM,
right?
Which is different from 32 to 64-bit.
Yeah.
And so Minecraft would crash because you'd be using a huge chunk of memory. So it was like this big ordeal. You'd have to specifically go in and download, the latest version of Java, and you still send it manually. You'd be doing it all the time. But I don't play Minecraft, so it's not an issue. It just annoys me.
Have you got Minecraft on PS4?
No. Well, I downloaded the trial just to see what it ran like and check it out.
See, that's the thing. You played Minecraft for so long on PC. Going on console would probably be super, super hard.
Yeah, I don't like
for you to handle. Because it's like,
But you started more the other way. You played a little bit of PC and then...
my Minecraft that's probably still on my computer now would be, I would say it's vanilla with, oh my god, hello, snake, would be...
So our YouTube has just been content flagged.
Yeah.
Thanks, Reese.
Would be vanilla with a couple of, choc chips.
Hold
We've
on.
got the guard dogs.
My dogs are here. Good.
That's all right, Doug.
Yep,
He's
fantastic.
fine. It's good. It would be, like choc chips just on top.
Yeah.
Like it's that, like it hasn't been updated that much at all. Whereas I've got on PS4 and I haven't even played it. Actually, a couple of kids have played. You've played it more than me at my house at one of my parties.
Yeah.
With a bunch of kids.
Yeah. And that was only because I could tell them what to do. Because they're like, "You're so good." I was like impressing the heck out of those 4-year-olds.
Yeah, you did pretty well.
Whoa, you know how to play Minecraft.
Oh my god, this
and I'm
guy's
like,
awesome.
I was playing Minecraft before you were born. Like that's going to be a thing.
I didn't think you were.
No, I wasn't.
No,
but it's
definitely
going to
not.
be a thing.
Oh,
like,
it will be.
That will become a thing.
Yeah. It normally becomes a thing all the time through life.
Yeah, but not a game actually being current and then heaps of kids playing it. Like, there wouldn't be a lot of games that have been out for so long.
Do you think that Minecraft will still stay current?
I don't know how long for. Like, now that
now
Microsoft...
have it.
Yeah, how long before they just restart it?
Just fuck it up.
No, or would they just totally go to Minecraft too?
Why aren't they doing that?
Have they announced that?
Yeah, I'm sure they have. Do you do your research, Doug?
No, not at all. You know that I don't do research. No, it's more that Minecraft has totally just like went off my radar. Like it sort of come and went, and it's like I probably still would enjoy it, but it's such a time hog.
Oh, it is. And like, because I never even played it when it had stories. I just played it like when it had an end game to it. I just played it when it had, you build a couple of things and make some giant dicks.
Yep. Yeah, so you're a big fan.
I'm a big fan of big dicks.
Did I ever talk about SkySaga yet on the podcast?
Yeah.
Did I actually talk about it on the podcast?
Yeah. Remember how you said that it was like Skylanders crossed with Minecraft? But here's the thing. You tried to make me play the game.
Yeah, tried to link it.
Make an account, do this. Oh, do this page instead.
Well, Ben, Ben...
I can't fucking get into it.
Okay, so Ben signed up in that time, or managed to, but then couldn't get it to install or download because he never actually got invited to the alpha.
Oh, but you did.
No, well, I'd signed up like a fortnight before, or like 3 weeks before, and they were like, hey, we're doing closed alpha soon. It was literally just a sign up and you'll get in. And then they were like, hey, we're doing the American version or the North America version. We're going to do an Oceanic version soon, like a week later. And then that's when I was like trying to send you guys the link. So I was just sending you the link that they'd linked me in the email.
Yeah. And
obviously that didn't overly work. But then Ben messaged me the other day, like last week, and said, hey, he's like, I've got invited to the alpha. So Ben...
Oh, have you played it?
Yeah, I played it for, like, it was open for a week. I went to play it last night and then didn't have the motivation.
Is it easy to build stuff?
Yeah, the building system's really good. But that, did I talk about it when I'd actually played it or before playing it? So where it, like, really varies from Minecraft, it's voxel based, but... graphics are totally different, like way more rounded and fun graphics. Like, I don't know how you'd even describe it, but they're just more like Nintendo graphics, but HD. Like HD Nintendo graphics would be the best. They like to envision that.
Nintendo Wii graphics.
Yeah, or Wii U.
That's.
But the really cool thing is, so you have your home island, like it's called Skylanders, and it's a floating island. And on that island, you can build and do whatever you want, and it's your home base. And at this stage, I don't know if you can have your friends to your base or not, but from there, there's crystals and shards, and then you can go through different portals to different worlds, and they seem to be instanced.
There's no game that I could listen to when they take serious when they call things you collect shards.
Well, I don't even know if they call it shards or not. Maybe they
call it
there's
shards.
crystals. There's like different crystals you get, and the idea with that though is that opens to different worlds, and then all those worlds there'll be different castles and dungeons, and you fight baddies and get more crystals and unlock more worlds. So it's like
do some more shards.
Yeah. But you're being smart, but it's Minecraft-esque with the mining and everything, and crafting and building. But then that's not the primary bit.
Is it still block by block building, or is it more like, what was that other game?
Yeah, the one from Sony. The EverQuest one.
Landmark.
Yeah. No, it's still just block by block, but it's way quicker than the way Minecraft works.
Yeah.
And like you can double wield weapons, and which is pretty cool as well. So you can put a shield up and a combo with whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's got real time lighting, which is really cool when you got a torch down in a dungeon and stuff. But it's more MMO with quests and different. Like so, there's architect like leveling bit, and you level that up, which then lets you build different things. And there's a warrior quest stuff as well, and it might just be kill 4 wolves with a knife or whatever. Okay. So there's all like different, and they just update as you go. So it's like, I guess it's got that Minecraft element to it. It's literally, I guess, like a kid's MMO is really what they've done. But I reckon it's like really well presented. Like who knows if it's going to succeed or not, but it seems like a really well thought out. Like, but I'm fairly certain it's an indie company.
I feel like there's like a lot of these games that look Minecraft like,
but it doesn't. Like it doesn't. Like
all right, so hang on, wait. Let me finish.
Yeah,
let me finish. Just say kids are allowed to play Minecraft at school because it's a building game.
Yeah,
but then they get on this game like, oh, have you played SkySaga? Oh, kind of looks like Minecraft. Where they're playing it in class, they're all playing SkySaga, doing the quest and everything. And the teacher walks past like, oh, Minecraft, that's okay. That's fine, kids. And they're like, oh, yeah, we're getting away with this.
There's definitely so many Minecraft clones out there that look way more like it. Like in terms of that, still that exact graphic style. Like when you see this is way more vibrant graphics, and there's also more elements that aren't blocks. This was Lucas's biggest point about it, is that it had heaps of elements that weren't just an individual block.
Yeah.
So like, and Lucas was almost complaining about it, I suppose, but they seem to...
I want more blocks.
Yeah, but no, as in a lot more prefab items. So you build a chair and it's not a block, it's a specific chair. Still made out of wood and everything else. But anyway.
It's shaped.
Yeah.
To look like a chair.
Yeah, yeah. So there's, like I said, there's just prefab stuff that you construct yourself and you can break, and then you'll get some level of elements back. So when you're out questing, you can smash everything. And that felt really old school Nintendo game style. Like as in, you clear out a dungeon and then you just break everything in the dungeon, and that gives you coins and various other things.
Okay.
Like, so think of that style stuff. And then you go back to your home base and you regroup. You've got an inventory that can only fit so much stuff. Did you play with
other people when you played it, or was it just...
There was other people on there, yeah. But there was no PvP available when I played. So it sounds like there's going to be a portal or whatever. I assume it's open now, but I haven't looked for a week. There's actually PvP arenas as well. So that I don't know then if they're going to be separate from just the questing islands.
Yeah.
So, more just your
It'd probably be more like WoW-ish.
Yeah.
That whole idea of raids and you can attack each other's bases and stuff. It's just more childlike, I guess. But like, how does it go from that of...
So it's free to play, and there's coins in it that I've been collecting, but there was no use for coins that I'd gotten to yet.
What's it rated? Do they... When there's
I don't know if you have
when there's online only
there's
games...
no blood or anything.
...that you don't buy CDs for, do they have ratings? Is there a rating board for it?
Don't know. Actually, do you know what I went to play? I was like, sweet, I forgot this was out, Hotline Miami. Yeah. And then I totally forgot about it being nerfed in Australia.
Yeah.
And then got real annoyed about it.
Yeah, when you listen to the guy that made Hotline Miami.
No, I forgot about it.
But did you know what he told everyone?
Yeah, just download it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that. And I was like, but I'd legitimately pay for it. It's like probably $10 or something. I was like...
Well, I'm sure you'll be able to pay for a digital one and it'll work.
Yeah, I could just do it direct through his website or something.
But when I was speaking earlier about controllers, we got Hotline Miami for free with PlayStation Plus like months ago.
Yeah. And
I never downloaded it, but I was like, I'm going to show a friend and show him like how awesome this game is. But because I've played it with computer, it's so much easier and quicker space, moving up and down. But playing it with
I played it on computer with controller.
Did ya?
Yep.
It's just stressful.
Yeah.
Like getting so used to being able to move so quick. With a mouse is so much better.
Don't know. I think I tried it with the mouse and
honestly, I think it would be more intended with a mouse just because it's meant to be a super fast paced.
But I like the flick back and forwards with the joystick.
Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, and didn't find it slow. But then I didn't really use
that's the thing. I was so shit with it. Like, I downloaded it, played it for 5 minutes, and
hated it with the controller.
Yeah, I will not play number 2.
Really?
With the controller.
I'd nearly have to try it with a mouse, I suppose.
But
see, I liked...
so much easier.
That game, for me, seemed like a chill back on my computer chair, kind of lean back.
See, not to me, because that game, like, the music that's in that game is just like...
Yeah, it's so intense.
You're like, oh, shit, like, shit's going down, and you just got to, like, there's blood, there's guts, you got to be quick, you kill one person, 3 more of them come in, you got to be quick operated. You're just being like, shit's going down, you're like, yep.
No, it wasn't. Like, there definitely would have been where I would have been sitting forward and, like, full intense.
When you kept dying, you
couldn't
kept raging.
Finish the game because Windows 8 bug, which I think I talked about this on the podcast like ages ago. So inbuilt, it's Game Maker, isn't it? That was made with. So in that version of Game Maker, if too many sounds play at once, it crashes the engine. And there's a couple particular scenes where the guys will see you through 3 windows and shoot and break a heap of windows, and then because of all those sounds playing at once, it breaks the game.
Why didn't you just turn the sounds off?
You can't. Like, they're just inherently there. You can't get past it.
Oh, really? So you can not get past it?
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah. So there was a couple where I managed to, just by probably killing people without them shooting. But then there's just a few, where it's like probably fairly square levels, and there's like sort of layers in it, like a middle section. So then there's windows around that, and then windows and windows. So, yep.
There's no possible way.
But I was loving the game. Like, you guys have been telling me to play it for ages, and I was looking at it, I was like, I really don't understand how everyone's loving this style game.
Simplistic game.
Plus, because I never probably played heaps of that style game, because I didn't play early console games, so I didn't really, even though there was nothing probably to that level of
the way that is, it was like a way more well developed, closer viewed GTA.
Yeah, yep.
And that's, I think, what...
Even with the amount of gore as well.
Yeah.
It was like that zoom in bit at the end of GTA 1 after you've been wasted. And it zooms right in, there's blood and crap everywhere.
It just starts with the blood and crap everywhere.
Yeah.
So what have I played? This new month for PlayStation Plus, really good month.
Yeah.
Did you know?
I know.
So Oddworld New and Tasty has come out. So, from my knowledge, that game is...
I'm going to confiscate your cup soon if you keep touching it.
That game is Abe's Odyssey Oddworld, just HD remade.
Oh, is it?
I'm pretty sure, because it's new and tasty, and like everything that they show you in it is like looks really, really similar, or it might be just like a sequel that they
like a rehash.
Yeah, but to me, like a lot of the things in it look like they were from the original. I haven't played it yet.
Oh, you haven't played it?
I'm going to play it.
Okay.
Because I did play.
Yeah, you
the
loved
original,
it,
and it was awesome.
You tried, because we all purchased it when it was released on Steam. And you said you tried to play it a little bit.
No,
and
I never played it.
I thought you did. No. Was it your brother then?
It was probably Lucas. Yeah. Because I'm not going to pay for it.
No, fair enough.
Luke likes it.
Because maybe it was him. He said the control scheme didn't just work straight away, and I think it annoyed him. And
I wonder if he played it on. If it was ever on. No, he would have played on PC.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was probably one of the early episodes, like a year or two ago now.
See, I have to find out. I really hope that they have in it, and it's so pathetic that it's something that I want. But on the game, did you play it?
Oh, here we go. I'm just having a quick read on good old wiki. A little bit like the demo.
Yeah. See, in it when you go into your characters and you can click all the different sounds they say, like hello, follow me, bye bye.
But it was a platform.
You could do all that shit
because it was a platformer. But was there there was obviously levels of sort of puzzle solving in it as well. Yeah. And I think I probably never persisted at it enough. Like I was probably at the age where that it was probably almost half beyond me, or not. I was just not into that style game at the time. I was always really interested by the graphic style and it was pretty cool.
Was awesome.
Ground up remake of Oddworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why. So it's familiar, but totally redone.
Yeah. Well, another game that came out with PlayStation Plus is Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Yeah.
Now, Luke probably would have brought this up a while ago. You probably didn't pay attention to him. It's just another like platformer game, 2D side scroller. But the thing that drew me to it so much was that it's based on war, and like anything that has something to do with war, like other than Call of Duty these days. But I absolutely love that stuff, and it's based on the first war.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure
because you're a big fan of This War of Mine.
Yes.
And did you actually, little quick tidbit, did you see that's now, I think we posted on Facebook, been announced for iOS?
Oh, really?
Yep.
I did not see that. I didn't even see the Facebook post.
Oh, it was on our Facebook. Or maybe Lucas just tweeted, like, put it just to us. He was like, hey, we called it. I think we had sat here and said, hey, obviously this would be a good game for phone. And I think I'd been like, yep, I had a quick go at that game. I'm like, but don't necessarily have time to sit down and do it, like play that style game in front of the computer. But perfect if you could just keep playing on your phone.
I hope they put it to Android.
Yeah,
that would be very nice.
I was going to say, I don't recall if it was for Android. But keep going, I'll have a look while you're talking.
So it's based on like the First World War. The music in this game is what, like, probably one of the most biggest driving points on it. Like, the music in it is so well made that it makes you feel emotion for characters that just go... They just make noises.
Yep.
So you're either I'm pretty sure you're...
So have you played this yet?
Yeah. I'm trying to work out exactly what... You play as two characters. You play as an American, like this big, buff, black fella, and you play as I think a French guy.
Yep.
So the main character that you are is a French guy. So it's just when you're...
What's the style... What gameplay is it, though?
It's just like 2D side scroll.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know how to describe exactly what sort of play style it is. It's just more... Think of like what Shank was without jumping.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so... And even the art styles
But it's then just a platformer more.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But with story.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, like, and that's what the biggest driving point is. Like, I'm only up to the part where... Like, they say it's a story about a man and his dog, which... War goes down, your character gets captured, you're trying to find your daughter's... what is it? Your daughter's husband, who was, I think, a German, and he got taken away out of the country.
Not a German anymore.
She wasn't a German. I think she was from like Russia or France or wherever it was. And when the war happened, they like exiled all the Germans from the country.
Yeah.
So they said, you got to leave, you got to get out, we're at war with you. And then he sees the grandfather, or the dad of her, sees the the son-in-law, that's what you call him.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they join, like, they see each other, but then big bombs come down and they get separated.
This is a very in-depth... How far into this game?
I've probably played about an hour so far. And then there's like a protective health dog.
How's the story present? If you're saying, is it all text?
No. Like, they do put in, like, backstory stuff, but that's just more war stuff.
Yeah.
But the story is just literally, like, all that, but it plays lots of music and there's, like, a little cutscene things, but the same style.
Yep.
It's just done so well. And it's just, like, I'm going to play this game and I'm going to finish this game just because I really do enjoy it.
Okay, well, I'm finally getting PlayStation Plus.
Do you not have it?
Still haven't. Like, because the first game that I've ever... Like, I've always missed playing GTA online with you guys. And I've never...
I didn't know that was your excuse to not play it.
What? Oh, to have it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I haven't had anything that was worth my time to have. I'd started playing Destiny just by myself. Yeah. And once again, didn't end up playing for you guys. And going to get it... I'm now finally going to get it for Evolve.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, good.
And it's just like, I can't be bothered just having
Not a game you want to play with bots at all. Just, there's no... it's not a game that I ever want to play by myself. So, the longer I play it without people, the more I want to trade it in.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so, like, I really want to start playing Evolve with people. It's so lonely when you don't play it with people.
I'm just trying to find out... Oh, no, it has been... They've got Android listed for This War of Mine. Yeah. So, it must... Yeah, Android release.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Whoo-wee! That'd be sick.
But, yeah, that's what I was like, just trying to find.
So, but PlayStation Plus, there's that. There's even, on PS3, came out with Sherlock Holmes Crime and Punishment, which
you played, yeah. Okay, well, I've still got my PS3.
Yeah, I've still got your PS3 as well.
Oh, yeah. I just forgot about that.
And then there is Ollie Ollie 2, which, for some reason, everyone's talking about how that game's so awesome. I think it's just because I played Skate the game's just useless to me.
Yep.
Yeah, like it frustrates me so much, and I hope they bring out another Skate. Did you ever play Skate?
No.
You never played Skate?
I didn't really play any skating games beyond like Tony Hawk 2, and then maybe starts of 3 and 4, but it was like, the original ones. And then...
See, I didn't even play anything past Tony Hawk 2 in the Tony Hawk series.
Yeah.
Like, never got into any of the other ones. Actually, no. Probably played 3. But I didn't play Underground. I didn't play... What was the...
There were so many.
Yeah. American Wasteland? I think that's what it was. Didn't play any of them.
Like I was having a big cry about that they stopped supporting number 2 on my phone.
Yeah.
I actually played further in that than I did
back
on...
when you had it?
Yeah. Which I think is really impressive on phone.
Is it controlled with access?
They just give you on screen.
I hate playing games with on-screen buttons.
No, there must have been minimal enough controls that it worked.
Yeah.
Yep. And like I was going through and doing all the unlocks and everything, and unlocking a few different levels, getting tapes and all the business.
Did you unlock the cop?
No, I didn't get that far.
Did you unlock Spider-Man?
Well, my thing stopped working.
Yes.
Yes. So, like, it'd be like my go-to game when you'd be stuck somewhere, like, whatever. Where you're waiting for something, where you're on a bus or waiting for something, and I'm like, I'll just crack this game. Yeah, like you play 5-minute sessions of it here or there, or sometimes you might get suckered in and play a fair bit. But I think the reason they stopped supporting it is because there is an iOS, there is a phone Tony Hawk game specific coming out in the future.
Is it just for phone?
Well, I believe he's got a phone version coming out.
Yeah, I thought there was a fully fledged.
Is there a full one?
I'm pretty sure he said there was a fully fledged.
Yeah,
because he announced it on Valentine's Day, I think it was.
Yeah, okay.
It was his gift to the world.
But definitely my care factor for skating games, I would not be buying.
Have you ever? So you've never played Skate before?
I think maybe, but
see, when Skate came out, Skate was a game that to me revolutionised skating games, and I hope to shit Tony Hawk's copy that idea. I wouldn't even care if it's Tony Hawk's. I don't even care. Just copy the control scheme of Skate.
But didn't they do annoying push? They didn't have any of that.
No.
Okay.
All they need to do is just add the Tony Hawk's flair to a Skate game.
Yeah.
Because all the arcade shit would make it even more fun. Because arcade shit that was in Skate was fun. And
the music level was suited.
Exactly. The music level was awesome. It was just like some awesome skate compilation.
Skate punk
which
stuff.
It was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying I'm like Lucas now.
Yeah,
You've
caught that.
What I want to see.
Bad Lucas.
That's right. Lucas right here being stupid.
Look how sad he is.
He's just now. You made him upset. Now he's all scared.
I shouldn't have hit him.
Oh, he's moving away.
Oh no, that's disturbing.
Fuck! I said again. The controls was just up. Like when you did an ollie, you pushed it down. Like it was very. Whoever thought of it must have been a skater.
Would you use the word organic?
Very organic. Very natural, because the way when you do an ollie is you crouch down, then you pop up.
Yep.
And that's what you did with your thumb.
Actually, I either did play a little bit of it, or I just remember hearing about it at the time.
Even when you do like a shove it, which is just turning at 180.
Yep.
You went down and you swirled it to the right and around a little bit. And that was doing like a shove it, which... That's what you do. You crouch and then you spin your feet.
So for you with a skating background, you enjoyed it.
It's best game, and it's such a good fun game to play with a couple of mates. Like if you just go skating around town. But if you had mates that had the game and they played online, when you actually played online, their characters would skate around the world with their names above their head, but it wouldn't be them. So you would think that you're playing with all your mates online.
Yeah.
And they're just skating away from you. You might be diving into them. They're not like getting off their skate and smacking you with their board or whatever.
Yeah.
They would literally just be grinding something and then skate away, and you're just like, hey man, what are you doing?
What was it doing then? I don't get it.
It was just a bot playing and looking as your character with your character's name above your head.
That's weird.
Yeah, very weird. It took me ages to realise. I was like, hey man, do you want to do some things? I'm not playing. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
And you thought you were online?
Yeah. Well, I was playing online. I was on the online area of the game, but they just weren't in my world. It was just their bot character.
Yeah, okay. Just to
Very
make it
silly.
feel
Yeah.
more full. Yeah, who knows? Like, the problem is with those style games, and I think it got to that point where probably the first couple of Tony Hawks, they didn't really change much. They were like, yeah, it worked. And then, like it used to happen back then, like, the next iteration was just a slight variation. Like, it was just like, oh, yeah, that kind of worked. And then sometimes they get to the third one or fourth one, oh, we really need to change everything. And then occasionally they broke it, or obviously when they went back to it with you, you're thinking, yep, they've fixed it, or they got it to the point where they've tried to reinvent it, but something you've liked. And the problem is every time, I guess, especially if those style games, it's not a shooting game. Like a shooting game, for the most part, yeah, they can change some mechanics, but it's always within a certain realm.
That's the thing, like, they would be stupid to not do what Skate did for Tony Hawk's.
But sometimes you feel like someone in creative charge just, oh, let's do this and try this.
I just
and
like,
then it's
because
not
there's
fun.
so many games coming out now. It's like, as we just played Unreal Tournament, they're going back to the roots because everyone's like, yeah, man, I remember that. That was sick. Yeah, cool. And I hope that they just don't do it with Tony Hawk because it was cool for the time, but that was because that's all they could do.
A lot of the things were probably because of limitations.
Exactly.
Like,
and we don't have limitations now. Like, I'd keep the arcade, move it more towards Skate.
Yeah, whereas, so we've been playing, I played a little bit during the week and just showed you and like, hell yeah. And that's what I'd been talking about. Like, they've just went back to old school Unreal Tournament, except it's in, like, my screen's only 1080, but I guess you could probably crank it all the way up to whatever you want because it's the latest Unreal engine.
Yeah.
Everything looks amazing.
Which is free.
Yeah, it's now free. Other big news this week. But it runs at 60 frames a second like crazy. Like, I have to, like, limit my computer because
I
it
didn't
could
even
run...
know that the alpha was out. How long is the alpha running for?
I think isn't the whole thing is it is just open. That's just what it's going to be.
See, I didn't even know that. I just knew that they
Isn't
were
that what we're
making
talking
one.
about? They want it to be more community made. Is that right?
Well, probably. Could be right.
Isn't that what we talked about a couple of weeks ago? But so they've released Unreal Engine for free, and then you just need to, once your game becomes commercial, and then you have to put in whatever, it's a percentage that they cop. So that's cool. That's really good for indie developers.
This is for the engine you're talking about now.
Yeah. So the engine side of things, and then obviously the guys have been doing Unreal Tournament as well, and then that's free to play, and it's just really seems to be a big rehash of.
It is exactly the same as the other Unreal
but
games.
just looks
a lot better.
Yeah, it looks.
But that,
amazing.
like, okay, to me, what it looks like is what it used to look like. But I haven't played it
But it's like
since
your
then.
perception
Yeah,
of what
exactly.
it used to look like.
Yeah, it's
which
like
is
if you go back to play Final Fantasy VII now, it looks like shit.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And that's the same, everyone that's been playing Homeworld, that's been, I don't want to try and play that because it apparently, like, fair learning curve and it, like, real-time strategy, but looks pretty fun. But everyone's like, oh, it looks really good, but this is kind of how I remember it, and then go into the original mode and like, yeah, this looks shit.
Yeah.
It's just like your perception changes so much.
Oh, for sure. Like, your mind just, like, thinks it's so much better.
Yeah, so that's pretty fun. And that's like a cool thing just going forward, that there is just an old school shooter there.
I think they just know because there's still so many tournaments for Unreal, like actual real tournaments, Unreal Tournament, or the Unreal games, that they just wanted to make a more smoother, like...
refined version.
Yeah, refined version of it.
Really just the same way you look at Smash Brothers coming out every new version of the Wii console that comes, or like Nintendo console that comes out. They're like, yep, new version. And that specifically is a game that has tournament versions as well. And it's more like a proving point of the platform. And really, that's probably, like I was saying to you today, like how I see Unreal Tournament as a game, and probably what it always has been.
Yeah.
It's like, we're not bothering with single player bullshit. And if there's a campaign, but it's really only training you for the online element.
Each other. Yeah.
And we really are just making this wicked engine that can run crazy well. It's going to have really good networking code. So if you want to make online games with it, we've already done all the work. We've ironed out all the bugs. All you need to do is
have it.
And now obviously they're doing the Unreal engine as well. But then, which I already knew that Unity had as well. They've got their Unreal Store too, so you can go in and just buy assets for your game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So It's
crazy that Unreal and Unity just went, hey, like, do you reckon that they both, like, one of them caught wind that it was going to be free, and they went, oh shit.
Well, they've been edging to it, like, excuse me, Unreal's been
that?
I like burped, but like stopped. Unreal has been like pretty cheap and like pretty easy for developers to use for a while.
Yeah.
Same with Unity, and I guess it's just that next step. I guess they've just made enough money, and it's probably pretty interesting that the amount of indie developers out there, that obviously they must be making so much money from those guys now.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not too sure about this information. Is the full version of the Unreal Engine free? Like a full... Because I remember you used to have an Unreal version.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't the full version.
I can't remember how that works.
That was like a limited one. Whereas...
No, it was the full version, but you couldn't make it... Well, you could make games, but then you had to license it and stuff.
Right.
And there was different licensing options depending on your studio.
Does that mean that they're still doing that?
Yeah, so like you always could download it.
Yeah.
Like for quite a while. And you could, if you knew how, you could import all your... And if you owned Unreal games, you could import assets from it and cobble together... You know, that's how you could then... It was a level editor.
Kind of like source mod and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah. The same, yeah, exactly, with Valve releasing Source Engine, so you could use all the Half-Life games and you could make your own mods.
Mod and all that,
yeah, exactly. So that's where Unreal's been at for a while, and you could then make a full game if you knew how to make all the assets and do everything, but then to actually release it, you needed to pay or do whatever the way it was set up.
So they're probably still doing that.
Well, yeah, except now you had to pay an upfront fee before.
Right.
Yeah, depending on how you were.
Okay. Yeah,
whereas now it's free. So you and I could make a game, and all we have to give over, I guess you must register, and then once our game is released,
then you pay them money.
20% or whatever it is, a percentage of it goes to them, of what we make.
It's a very smart idea for them.
That's what I mean. Like, that's awesome for indie developers. So
Unity or Unreal?
So both. Yeah. No, indie developers, I said.
Oh, I thought you said Unity developers.
Yeah. Also, Valve announced Source 2.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing said.
Well, see, I read somewhere that they are releasing Portal 3. But
everyone's speculating of what's going on.
That's what I thought.
So there's Source 2, and obviously Source original was Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
Team Fortress, Left 4 Dead, and Portal 2.
Yeah.
So, who knows? That's what everyone would assume.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to... So nothing's been... not heaps of details been released, but I think they're going to then... And you would definitely have to now assume they're going to do exactly what Unity and Unreal have done.
Yeah. They'd be mad not to now.
But how good is their infrastructure? Like, so they've got Steam Workshop. I don't know if you've seen that yet. And, one game that I've downloaded was Medieval Engineers from the same guys that make Space Engineers. And they utilise Steam Workshop awesome. Like, did I show you the castle or Lucas? So I downloaded a castle. So you just jump on, you're like, like Minecraft, heaps of people that make wicked crap, but it's one of those games that looks cool because, you can make whatever you want, but I can't make stuff as good as everyone else.
Yeah.
So you can just jump on and go download, and then they just import straight into your game. Yeah, it's so cool. Right. So, like, someone else has made a wicked castle, and I can just go doop and be straight into that level.
Like, look at my castle!
And then you could smash it with big cannonballs. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And, like, totally...
Have they got, like, a PvP world or anything like that in it, or... Is that even in... Can you hurt each other in Space Engineers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a full... there's just a building mode, and then there's a full story mode sort of thing. Yeah, so you have to get all... Same as Minecraft, start and build up and get to everything. You can kill each other. There's guns, And then this is just from the same guys, but a medieval version, which is pretty cool. So, but... Like, Lucas and I were talking about it, not on the podcast, but it's just at the cusp, like, in terms of it's really cool, you can smash stuff and things fall over, totally crumbles my computer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Too many
i7,
particles.
16 gig RAM, whatever graphics, 3 gig graphics card, and it's like you smash enough stuff, and it's just like
Slow mo.
it's like we're at the cusp of it's what games probably will be, but it's just we're not quite there.
Yeah.
And but that's like being.
But wouldn't that be more coding than anything, or is it more?
I think it's a bit of both.
Yeah. They got too many particles and.
Yeah, there's a lot of little pieces to be broken.
See, that's what does my head in with coding on games is if
that you can just make coding better.
Well, it's just like how, like with Minecraft, how dodgily that kind of worked.
Yeah, you
because
actually,
it was just
like I was
Java.
saying, you need a decent computer to run it. Like when I had the mods and stuff on it, and you could start building huge things, you then need a massive amount of stuff.
Yeah.
So, other thing just to hit on of like bigger things happen this week, or like in the last couple of weeks, I suppose. So finished the Order 1866.
1886.
1886.
Did you pay attention to the game?
No, because I hated it. No, it was.
You hated the game, but you finished it.
No, I finished it. It was all right. I was like happy just to like punch it out and finish it. I just wanted to, like, the story was intriguing enough that I just wanted to know where it went.
I'm very proud that you actually finished the game.
I've been finishing a few. It was like I started that one because
Well, no, that's Lucas that normally doesn't.
Yeah,
finish
he's
games.
worse than me. But
What a dickhead.
it's funny, we've like switched. Since you have gotten internet, you're like, online stuff and playing things, and I'm like, I just want to play a friggin' story game. Why is there not more like good story games with good graphics and good gameplay? And that's just what I want to play.
Because they've got the internet, I just come home and I'm like, yeah, cool, I'll jump on YouTube, jump on eBum's World, all these other websites, and I'm like, I should play games, but it's like 30 steps down there.
Oh, but I mean, like,
on my really comfy couch.
You've like been playing some GTA Online. You've played like a reasonable amount of Destiny. Like those sort of games are now
Not
intriguing
anymore,
to
traded that shit in.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll hang on to it.
To do what? To not play it even
No,
more?
when the DLC next, like I might like smash out a heap just before the next DLC comes out.
I believe you, Doug.
Well, I
prove
don't
it to
really
me.
care.
Prove it to me, mate.
But yeah, I finished that game, and it was I thought a little bit of an abrupt ending, and then credits, and then they're like, oh yeah, that thing that wasn't concluded in the game, let's kind of talk about that.
So they did the whole Marvel.
Yeah. Bit of a
Like, oh my god, the next one's with Ultron.
so
What?
such a like technically really impressive game. Like I was just staring at bits. Like you had said, how good does his hair look? Like hair is amazing. Not from like his hairstyle.
I remember you talking about cloth.
Yeah, cloth was funny. Like all the bits on his armor and everything moves around on his clothing, on himself.
Yeah.
And like so much is always going on in a scene. There's particles and dust and explosions and everything going on everywhere. The duck and cover system, whether I'm just a retard, which is totally possible, but occasionally I'd be getting jammed against the wall and couldn't get him to flick cleverly to the next wall. Like I wasn't having fun with that. And I think it was just
feels
that
very like it's hard to explain.
No,
it like this, but
you were
it feels
about to say heavy, and that's the perfect thing. Like he would get stuck on a wall. I'm like, flick to that wall, flick to that wall, and it just that didn't seem intuitive. It was
You're
like,
holding triangle too much and flipping things. Is that
that also was silly. I can't believe of any game, and it's probably for a first party game like where they just try to utilize so many different things. Oh, okay, so we can confirm.
Can you talk about the other thing first before you just jump to this one?
What thing?
I don't know.
I'm just going to quickly say the touchpad thing with the Morse code didn't happen again. One time. That was a one-time deal where I touched the touchpad to use Morse code. Did I tell you about that?
Yeah, that happened once.
Once. Yeah, there was no other...
Yeah, when you... not on the podcast, you said that there's so many things in the game where it's like they try and give you a tutorial of how to do it, and it just doesn't come back again.
Yeah, just like...
They're just like, hey, you're with the PlayStation, use every element you can.
Yeah,
Did you ever have to shake the controller?
No.
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 Did you have to move anything up or...
No, I don't think so.
That is shocking.
So that was, then what else happened? So, getting stuck on walls. The one thing, and this was just a game, so many gameplay decisions they made. It's just like, I can't believe that they just had cobbled so many different, we're doing this thing, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like, so the duck and cover, that's the style game it is.
Yeah.
So it was a duck and cover game. So I felt like, you'd get stuck on walls and that wasn't done very well. Because I definitely played other games where I didn't suck at that as much as I did with this. But it definitely did make it feel one thing they did well.
I think games where they have duck and cover, but they don't have duck and cover and be able to move from
place
cover
to
to
place.
cover. Because
I couldn't do
Last
that very
of Us
well.
didn't have that. And that system works so well.
Yep.
Like, simple. You move around. You're not rolling and ducking and doing all that stupid shit. You just run and then you duck. So you can pick where you want to go.
But I was talking to you before the podcast, probably got a bit of rage out. So they do the whole, you get to an area, okay, this is where you're going to be stuck until you clear an area. So you're saying, like Call of Duty. No, not like Call of Duty, because that is just, they're going to just throw hordes at you or waves at you until you advance.
Yeah.
So that's there's definitely sections of that where it's like, no, you can't clear the level, you need to advance forward, and then it stops. No. And there was sections that were going on so long that I thought that's what it was. I'd try and advance forward and get smoked.
With all cutscenes.
Yeah. And then also, exactly, cutscene was like shot in the head, point blank, down you go. No, they have all the different enemy types. So, they just throw wave after wave of different enemy type. The couple of the worst I was raging about was Shotgun Guy. So he would charge forward. If you didn't manage to stop him by the time, he would charge around the side of your cover, shoot you in the face. You'd go to like a on the ground, almost dead sort of thing. If you managed to get out of the line of fire long enough, you could hit triangle, which then he takes his little capsule of Healy juice. And then you
Do they explain what that is?
They kind of talk about it, but not in any great depth.
Right.
So they do talk about it. You're essentially immortal.
Okay.
Yep. Because of that juice. But you can die. So it's only that's prolonging your life, and it can save you from severe injury.
Yeah.
But they don't really explain where it comes from.
Okay.
I think they kind of hint towards it's from what's the couple life out of Indiana Jones?
The Found the Views.
Yeah, that sort of
thing. Is that what it is?
Or
not
the
Found the
Covenant.
Views, something different.
Not the Covenant, but you know what I'm talking about?
Holy Grail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they kind of almost hint towards that. They make some
but there
sort
must
of
be a lot of it.
Yeah, they make some kind of biblical reference.
I found while playing, because I haven't played it as much as you, because you've finished the game, but so far, and I'm guessing that it's for the rest of it, your character seems very angry all the time.
Yeah, and actually there was a bit towards the end where, without giving too much, the female that kind of yells at you in that in the prelude. One
little nitpick that I have on that is, any normal prologue, prelude.
Well, it's like both.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
I always, if you're going to die, I always want to see you die first and see what happens and how they animate it, because I don't want to miss out on animations. So you do that, you don't put your hands up, they shoot you, the chick goes, what's it, Garrett? Is that your name?
Oh, I've forgotten. It meant it was something weird, but
So she screams that out.
Yeah.
Now, if you do what you're meant to do to progress in the game, when you fall backwards, she says it the exact same way. It's the exact same voice clip.
Okay, so with
that's
that,
my nitpick.
They re-showed that clip really quickly. Yeah. They're like, hey, in case you've forgotten it from 4 hours ago, once you get back to that stage of the game. And I thought at the very first time I heard her say it, and at the end, she really yelled like she was emotional and worried about you. But she gets angry at you at a stage in the game. You tell her off at one stage as well, where I'm like, no, this definitely is the bit, and I think it's what they were trying to show. If you had just brought her on board and trusted her, it would have been different in the game arc.
Right, yeah.
And I think they over push that in your face, so you're pretty gruff with her, and she's kind of that little sister character that clearly there's half meant to be a love interest, but not. But it's heavy-handed, I guess, is probably the best way to put the plot points in it.
Everyone's angry except the French fella.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. It's just trying to shag everyone.
Yeah.
And then
there for love.
So he's there at the start, turns up a bit towards the end, and then not much as well. No. So I don't know. I'm not totally crazy about plot stuff.
You don't feel for the characters, because that's what one of my other mates who was playing it. He said while he was playing it, he hasn't had a connection with the characters
by the end,
yet.
no, and it probably gets worse towards the end because you end up more on your own as a character. So then you get even further separated. They suddenly force these other characters on you, and then they kind of just tell you in the plot, oh yeah, I think that she likes you.
Right.
But once again, just forcing that.
It's like this little note that you keep flipping back and forth.
Yeah, just in case you forgot.
Like, do you like me? Yes, no. What? Yes, no. Oh, come on.
And then whether I spoke about that, like, okay, so everything else is so heavy-handed, and then they try and present plot things just that you have to read. Just friggin' tell me what. Yeah. And you put it down, and if it was Uncharted, he'd be like, that's interesting, and he'd explain it.
Yeah.
He'd give you the context to it.
Yeah.
That never happens. I know we talked about this, but I don't think it was on the podcast. You can't listen to those. I picked up heaps of those voice recordings. Yeah. Didn't listen to any of them because you couldn't listen within the game.
For game developers, why would you not put that in there? When you're walking around a place picking up something, normally when you pick up something in those, it's in just one of those shit locations that you can't fucking run in.
Yep, yeah. So that also.
Like, that's my other mate said that as well. It's the exact same thing. I want to be able to run where I want to run.
Yeah, that's the slow bit of the game. They're forcing it to be slow. Let me listen to this crappy backstory stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't listen to any of them because it annoyed me so much.
I listened to part of it and then I was like,
I'm not sitting here and looking at a screen. Yeah. So that annoyed me. So this back on the different character types where they just flood a room. And like I said, it really specifically is wave on wave on wave. So there'll be like some just normal rifle guys, that's kind of the normal one. Some guys maybe with machine pistols, Tommy gun style guys, and then shotgun guy, he's pretty annoying, come shoot you in your face. Then there's grenade guys, where like grenade launcher. What do you call them? Like I said, I think grenadier. Grenadiers? That sounds like a drink.
So you are a grenadier. Rifleman, tank, grenadier. What?
But interesting, I didn't mind, and from one nice gameplay choice they made was they were like, shotgun man down. Like as in they were like commenting to their other guys, like as in the enemy was. So it was pretty handy when they'd yell those sort of things out.
But you'd know someone was going to run to them or...
Yeah, but the armoured guys, so there was the heavier guys.
So you had more trouble with them than what you did with the... What are the werewolf things called?
I died a fair bit with werewolves.
Yeah, I died at the start with them a lot.
It seemed that you could always ended up in, for some reason, a warehouse style thing. So you do another warehouse werewolf fight. Okay, so I think it happens 3 times in the game. Every time in a warehouse. Why? I think because they had.
That's why they're called werewolves.
Yep, were crates. But they would climb up on the crate and run away, and then you'd just hit X and dodge out of the way. And you'd always have a big gun to pick up to shoot them, and then you'd have to stab them. Like, so that was weird. Like, everything felt so separate. It was just like, let's take this game.
Happening.
Yeah, like, let's take this gameplay thing and do it. Let's take this. Like, it didn't feel coherent.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
Do you think they should make a second one?
Yeah, like, they will. Like, I feel like there's enough story there, but they just need to decide. It's like they just couldn't decide what they wanted to do.
Props to them keeping the same graphics, but...
the graphics were awesome. And, like, just seamlessly between cutscenes, but so many cutscenes. And then...
See, they are long cutscenes too.
Yep.
Like, I think that's half the reason why I hadn't played as much as what I should have played of it, because I've played some segments, watched a cutscene that went for ages, and then went, all right, cool, that's enough.
And Reese, lip sync in it, really good.
Yeah,
I was watching the lip sync.
That's the bonus.
And voice acting, quite good.
Well, I'm sure most of it would be motion capture now.
Yeah, that's what I was
nearly
thinking.
Every game
it would have
motion
to be.
Capture.
It would have to be.
It'd be stupid to have such realistic looking characters and not make motion capture, because that would make the process of animation really, really long.
But a couple of things I felt they did good, even though it was annoying. So when you were in cover, it was, you could sort of push up to look above to try and look over your little cover spot, and it'd give you a bit of vision, but it obscured your vision heaps.
Yeah.
So it was more like you were in cover. And then you could blind fire.
The more annoying thing was when you're in cover and you want to look around a little bit, as you always do in those games, the black bars are in the way.
Yes.
Frustrating.
Yeah, but then, like I said, it made it difficult. But I played on medium, which I don't know, just defaulted to medium. I didn't look at other...
Yeah, I think it did.
I didn't look what other styles there were, but yeah, there was spots like I nearly threw the controller after saying last week, no, I've never done that. Yep, this game, just because you'd feel like I felt cheated.
Yeah.
Like the way it felt like, once again, like heavy-handed level design as well as plot. Like it was just like, rather than a boss character, let's just throw a shit ton of characters at you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that, like I said, that was the very first time I come to an open area, where you just had to sit there. It was when you were with the Frenchy guy and you're fighting the rebels. So you probably won't be too far away from it.
No, I think I've gotten up to that.
I didn't realise that you just had to sit there and kill everyone. Because I was there for so long that I killed so many people. I was like, okay, maybe
You
have to...
You are the order.
Yeah.
You're making the order.
I thought, maybe you have to advance forward. Then they got shot in the face and died. And I'm like, well, that was a waste of like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I died a few times of that. So you'd be there, you might... This is where I first encountered Shotgun Guy.
Yep.
So I actually took a little sniper position. That's where I kind of sat up in the booth to the left, and then just got shot in the... you'd be there just killing everyone, doing a pretty good job. You'd be taking cover. No one's really shooting you too much. And then, bang, shotgun in the back of your head. I'm like, awesome.
Destroyed.
Yeah. So anyway, but done, finished. It'll be interesting if they produce another one.
You finished the game before me, Doug.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you.
It was just one I just wanted to knock out and get it done, just to see. Like I said, the story interested me enough that I'm like, where's it going to go? And it was all right, but it was just, I know they flung stuff at you.
Hopefully the second will be better and they'll fix up all the bugs. That's the thing. But most of the games that always go better as the second one, they were already good as the first. I don't know, everyone always says it about Uncharted. It's like, oh, Uncharted 1 was crap compared to the rest. It is crap compared to the rest, but it was such a good beginning. Like it made,
so I never went back
story-wise, such a good plot, such a good design, and they just improved on that like crazy. Graphically, amazing.
Didn't own a PlayStation when it was released, and then played Uncharted 2 straight away. But I'm like, oh, should I play 1? Watch all the reviews, and everyone's like, it's all right.
I would always say, but the whole reason why I would say you should always play number 1 is because it's short.
Oh, is it?
Number 2's way longer. Number 2's
okay.
like 2 to 3 times longer, I think. Whereas number 1, finished it. I had both in my hand, so I finished the first one, played the second one straight away, and was like, holy shitballs. Big change.
When's the new Uncharted coming out?
Is it this year?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think they've announced it. They've announced Metal Gear The Phantom Pain for September the 1st.
See, that's still... Yeah, it'll get pushed.
No.
Yeah, they're going to push it.
Hideo's pretty good. He's a good guy.
He tweets out some funny stuff as well. Just random.
He did say that this is going to be his last... Okay, so last week he said this is going to be my last Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
But then he said, I want to remake Metal Gear with an open world. As in like Metal Gear 1 and all that, I think. Which makes it not the last Metal Gear game he's made. But we can talk about that next week.
And only other thing of just... I'm assuming we're probably running close time on this.
Yeah, we're pretty close.
Just a quick one. They have released the fair... I didn't realise there was an embargo on Steam... What are they calling it? Steam Vive? Or Valve Vive? The...
HTC Vive.
It's called the HTC Vive. There was an embargo. Lots of people had seen stuff. And there was an embargo that you couldn't talk about it.
Really?
That's why there was nothing... And then flood of stuff on the internet.
I remember getting an email from HTC saying, we got some really big news on blah, blah, blah date.
And I was just signed up because of your phone.
I've got HTC, so they just sent it to me. And then I was like, fucking
what
sweet,
could that...
another phone, yeah. But then it all makes sense when
the
that came out.
The one XXL.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, I don't give a shit. But then that came out, I was like, wow, they've really come on board and been pretty smart about it. Luke's probably going to buy HTC now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It
probably won't.
Yeah, the one thing I'll address, Reece, that I didn't realise that you had separate, apart from the headset, that there's still 2 lighthouses that you stick on opposite walls or walls in your house.
Oh, so is that what those...
Yeah, and no, that's separate again.
Handle
there's
things?
handle things as well. So there's controllers, which apparently everyone's saying a heap more buttons on it than the PlayStation Move controller, so you should be able to map a heap of things. And one thing that that sounded really cool anyway. But then the things on the wall is what tracks you within a 15 square foot space. So, like I was saying to you before the podcast, it's like a holodeck. So you'll be able to just walk around, but you're still tethered by a lead back to your computer.
Yeah.
So you still, but until you can't. It's going to be a while before you could stream good enough.
Oh, for sure.
But
stream and wireless, and like have a battery that's not heavy, weighing your neck down.
At the moment, you have to have separate headphones, but it's just going to be.
I wonder how much lighter they're going to be. Like how light they will be, because I've never even felt the Oculus, so.
Yeah.
How much of a strain it's going to be on your neck.
Yeah, if you had a 2-hour play session. But, it's pretty exciting, all this stuff.
Yeah, true.
So, anyway.
It'll be good. But we can talk about that next week.
Next week? Quickly, should we announce...
you probably should.
Yeah.
Since Doug didn't announce it last week.
Well, I didn't want to...
Competition.
I had it up on my phone.
He said he was going to tweet it, but he didn't.
I didn't. I decided that I just wanted to tell me. That's what I need.
Tell Doug.
I have to... Had it on there, and damn, Twitter's refreshed. All right, well, you talk about a thing.
Town.
I am. You talk about a thing.
So, what Doug is going to announce is the Turtle Beach headset, the X... Shit, what are they? No, Z60s. That's what they are. The Z60 headset.
So the PC 7.1
surround sound
headset
they were giving away to one very lucky poster. They probably don't listen to the podcast. They probably just saw us on YouTube.
No, I hope so.
We'd hope.
We should say, okay, to really test them.
What happened in episode 92?
They need to contact us.
That's not going to happen.
Contact me, and then I'll send them to.
Hey, Doug. Hey, did I win?
That is there, and if they don't, it's kind of like the prize at your local club, like at the RSL club for a really specific Australian
and you
reference.
have 10 minutes to come claim your prize, otherwise we'll roll again.
Yeah, and then it jackpots to 2 headphones next week. So the competition that I sillily had just said on the spur of the moment was, why did the turtle beach cross the road?
Yep.
Which I don't know if why did the turtle cross the road was ever a thing, but
it was a chicken.
Yeah. Anyway, so we moved past that.
But it could be turtle now because of Crossy Road.
Yeah, I think that's why it was in my head.
Yep.
And my girlfriend's like, that's stupid, I don't get it. I was like, shut up. Yeah. So
that's why she's not
We
here.
condone that, Reese.
Don't do that.
So the one I went with that I laughed at, giggled to myself just for the sheer ballsiness of the answer. And Reese kind of agreed. He's like, so you're giving it to the guy that was just like real blunt at your face?
To the point.
And I'm like, yep. I'm like, I liked his style. Plus he retweeted like we asked, so good work. He's done everything that was
necessary.
Yeah, exactly. So to deliver Trusty Crowbar's prize to my house, #from Albury. So he's local, not that was like specific to what, but I think the hashtag.
I didn't even know that it was local.
Never told you that. But, I think the hashtag from Albury bit, which is where we're based, by the way, is what made me laugh.
Yeah.
I was like, you ballsy punk.
Yeah.
So I suppose we can just say his name. He did tweet at us, so it's not really Lockie McMillan.
Lockie McMillan.
Prizes coming at your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To your house.
Yeah, to your house.
In Albury.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Lockie McMillan.
So I'll have to...
contact him?
Yeah, private contact. I can do that. We're following each other. So
You're mates now.
Yeah. Am I following him? We'll see. Yeah, I'm following him.
Good job.
I'll unfollow. No, we won't do that.
Sorry, man.
Okay, so Lockie, I'll contact you tonight, straight soon.
Good job. He'll probably be able to listen to this after, and he'll already know.
Yeah, true. Maybe I'll wait till Wednesday, see if he actually is an active listener or not.
Good effort. All right, that is us. Episode 104.
104.
The Trusty Crowbar. I'm Reese Whittingslow.
I'm Douglas Bright. Just quickly, talking of the Twitters, follow us on Twitter. If you aren't already, Trusty Crowbar AU. Occasionally I tweet things, but we always put up...
Occasionally tweets things unrelated to the Trusty Crowbar.
But it does at least let you know when the latest videos are updated, competitions, stuff like that.
When Doug goes for a walk.
Yeah, just if I'm out and about, need to go to the toilet, tweet.
Funny.
Pooping. Yep. You can find us on the Facebook.
Facebook.com/The Trusty Crowbar.
And
Hang on, The Trusty Crowbar podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right, yeah.
And then you can find us on YouTube as well, where Reese edits all our videos and uploads every episode.
Yep. And I'm such a good guy.
True. And we haven't done any unboxings or reviews for a while, but I'm sure there's going to be more.
If you are a product person,
manager,
send us some shit. That'd be awesome. And you can also, we're going to have a website
You're so
soon.
needy.
So when we have a website, we will announce it. Hopefully in the next coming weeks, we'll have it out.
Reece, normally when people, you should have kept that more bit ambiguous, and we're working on something big, and not now you've sort of set yourself up.
Just send us some shit.
Yeah, and then you're needy as well.
Please.
Yeah. Thanks for listening. If you listen to this extended bullcrap just now.
Yeah, we apologise.
Luke should be back next week.
Yep. Or we could just keep him as a piece of paper because it's probably better input. I think Pirate Mel would appreciate.
Yeah, there was less this week.
There's a few from me, but that's fine. All right. Farewell, everybody.
Yeah, see you later,
Toodles.
Internet.